Hello guys, today we're going to take a look at NBA Courtside 2 featuring Kobe Bryant for the N64. Wow, this is a lot more polished. Alright, so yeah, they added a ton more to this game. A ton more. Oh, they made it 3 in this one. Interesting. Difficulty, easy, normal, hard. Oh wow, they changed those. Wow. Yeah, they definitely. Let's prep. Right. I didn't see like. Yeah, they didn't have custom users. Okay. Cool. They got custom. Yeah, you do practice mode. You have a 3-point contest. Arcade play. I know about that one. They took off the playoff tournament thing, but that's not a big deal. Arcade play. What's this? I'm not sure. Season quick play, which is exhibition. But where is... You can't do rosters in this one. Strange. They took out the rosters and stats feature, so... Interesting. They took out that. That's interesting. Let's see how the Pistons are. Oh, they're a lot better in this. They're almost 12. Their defense is solid, but everything else is a little rough, but we'll make it work. Okay, so they're 12. So let's look for a team close. Atlanta? Yeah, I'll do Atlanta. Why not?
Hi everybody, this is Dick Hearn, and with me tonight is my partner, Stu Lance. We're here for the game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons. The Tumbo sends it to Henderson.
Wow, this looks so much better.
And it's no good. He sets the fire. Nice move.
Alright, hold on a sec. Okay. Oh wow, a lot less. Okay, cool. Let's Alright, so they have the thing here. Okay, so oh wow, so there's an additional thing. I don't know if this new to this one or that was in the first one. Interesting. That's very cool. Okay, team control options. Okay. Okay. Alright, so just look at my Lindsey Hunter's my point guard. Jay Stackhouse, Grant Hill, okay. Christian Leitner, awesome. Bryson Dell. Can't measure stats. That is so weird. There's Jason Taylor. Isaiah Ryder, okay. Alan Henderson, Ellis, and Tumbo, okay. Alright, so I know who's playing. I don't know what their stats are, but considering they're 12 all. Wow, that is interesting. Oh, sweet. I like their little tips. Oh, so you have a scoreboard action. Look at. Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like that they show you that. That's pretty cool. Nice. I like that. I wish they kind of. There we go. Oh, they have it there. Cool. I like that. Yeah, this is.
Henderson with the open man. Lutombo. He shoots. Whoa, hard break shot. Hunter passes the ball to Blakeman. To Blakeman. Up to James.
Oh, sweet.
Passes to Perry.
So controls are actually the same. They didn't change the button layout, but they changed the way the game feels, looks, and everything.
No. Stackhouse sends it to Hill. Stackhouse. Hunter.
Nice.
That's giving up the last 3 buckets.
And they have a momentum leader. This actually is in Courtside 02, actually, from what I remember.
Perry. Goes to the alley-oop.
Oh, frick.
Was a forward. Kelly dishes it. Hunter.
Actually, a lot of these things are in Courtside 02.
Lincoln finds the open man. He puts up the J. Lutombo.
Shit.
Pulls up. Good work. That shot's really going to help his number. Stackhouse pulls up in the lane.
Shit, I had it. God damn it.
Perry. with the
Even
open
the
man.
clock, classic sports clock fonts, I think, is in 02.
Ryder sends it to Henderson. Lutombo. He did the entry pass. Passes to Perry. Intercepted.
Sticker time.
Hunter passes the ball to Kelly. To Stackhouse. Hunter dishes it to Lincoln.
Shit.
Puts up the shot.
That shot
Alone.
should have been way in. It's hard to do it with the stick and everything.
Perry.
Alright, cool.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is
And it goes up to the scoreboard.
8. The Atlanta Hawks 6. With Lincoln. He takes the jumper with Humbo. Sends it back in.
And you know what? I don't know if the short highlight means that I go to there to run the play, or if that's just you're pointing to a pass indicator, which I think that's probably more likely as opposed to helping the formation thing.
With Humbo. For two. Super move. With Humbo. Makes the shot for another 2 points. With Lincoln. Lightning.
There we go.
Shot. Perry.
Can't do defense.
Into Humbo. Into Humbo. Elevate. It's denied. Hunter. That's Hill.
Shit.
Shots in the lane. Wedge. Combo. Picks up the 2 points.
Oh, come on.
He lets it fly.
Nice.
Carrier move. Nice shot from Kelly. To Henderson. That's Ellis. He shoots. And it goes in.
Shit.
To Kelly. Hunter. To Lincoln. To Kelly. Right hook.
Oh, shit.
Turnover. That's Ellis. He shoots. Lincoln. Throws it to Stackhouse. Stackhouse. Hill. For the jam.
Oh, shit.
To Perry. He picks up the J. He sets, he fires. Off glass. No good. He takes the jumper.
Does it count?
At halftime, the score is Detroit Pistons 14. The Atlanta Hawks.
I don't know if it is or not. Alright.
Hunter.
Yeah, it's a pass indicator, kind of like blitz. It doesn't, it doesn't determine, it doesn't help like run plays you select. That's okay. Oh shit, I pressed pass instead of run. Sure, you could have shot there, but oh well.
Hill. Back to Stackhouse. 3-pointer. And
Nice.
Stackhouse makes the 3-point shot.
Oh shit. I got lucky there for some help. That defensive help's actually pretty good.
Unload.
Shoot.
That guy has missed too many shots. He couldn't throw a grape in the ocean.
Like, it helps when my defense ranked 6.
Into the lane with Lincoln. With the
Oh
Lincoln
shit.
airball.
I will say the animation part when you go for a shot can be kind of on the heavy side, so you kind of have to anticipate that.
Long pass to Perry. Skip pass to Matumbo. The Hawks. Cricket
Yeah.
in water if they fell out of a boat. They need to take some easy shots and start hitting the wide open look. Hill.
Nice.
Slams it home. Perry. Baseline pass to Matumbo. He fires. The Hawks are really shooting for it. They need to just slow things down and work for better shots. He drives to the
Oh,
basket.
nice.
Hammers it home. To Matumbo.
Oh,
Interception.
sweet.
Stackhouse.
Oh,
Slams it home. That's one for the highlight reel. To Perry. He takes the shot. That must have looked like a good shot. Hill. The Hawks are in trouble. The problem with their offense is that their shooting percentage
Yeah.
is low. They need to shoot when they have
Only
the
let
open
some of the
shot and
shots
work the
go
ball around until
until
they
they
hit the
actually
open
make
shot.
one.
Hunter goes in strong.
I haven't been using the spin juke button R1. I should.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. With Lincoln. And Hill. Hunter. It's denied.
Ah.
Hunter with the jumper. Hunter is back out. With the shot. Lincoln. for two.
Sweet.
That was a nice play. Perry.
think like the more and more I'm playing this, the more I'm loving this series, and the more and more I wish they survived beyond this. I mean, I know they did the '02 version, but that's a whole other generation. Oh shit, of like the series, and unfortunately, they weren't given the ability to make. Oh shit. Ability to build upon it with a sequel. Because I know if they were allowed to, they would have added like stuff like franchise mode and everything.
Rebuilding this place from the ground up, one brick at a time. This game is
Sweet.
the door is closed, the lights are out, the eggs are cooking, the button's getting ironed, the jello is jiggling.
Yeah, then everything about this game, this is like the perfect one of those games that's a perfect example of how to do a sequel to something. I see a good sequel keeps what works in the first, but builds and changes to make everything better overall. I was sloppy there. Nice. Ah. Sweet. Now they're trying to press, but they're just leaving. I should. I don't know why. Sometimes I forget pass and shoot button alignment. I'm still kind of getting. I'm. Oh, did I make it? I don't know. Alright, nice. I won this one. That's cool. I certainly have improved. I mean, they were both on the easy difficulty, but I feel like they polished everything to the point where it made playing a lot easier. That's one. Game MVP? Really, Mutombo was game MVP? But he... Alright, I mean, I'll take the win. See, 33, very good percentage. It took more threes, but made one at least. No free throws. Alright, yeah. So they took out league leaders, statistics, and the playoff mode. But in exchange, we have arcade play, 3-point contest, practice, and then options. So I think it's a fair case. The playoff thing was, because the statistics in the playoff thing, that was just kind of to fill in the gaps. I mean, the playoff thing, it was kind of cool to have a little tournament kind of thing, but and when you have all this other stuff, I mean, you don't. It's just filler. The one thing I do not agree with was taking out the statistics part of it, because that's the way to measure players and how good they are. When you take that out, then it kind of makes it hard to figure out like what teams are good. I like it. All right. Here's player stats in the 3-point contest. You can take a look at them here. Preseason, season, playoffs. Oh my god! Holy shit! They were in the freaking season section, all this stuff. I didn't know that. You can create a player? Jesus, wow, this game has completely... Yeah, well, you could create a player in the last one too, I think. I forgot. Wow, I fucked up. Let's... Looks like it's more statistics. Holy shit. There are attributes in this. Man, there was... Man, was there attributes in the last game? I just pressed... Oh, they added player ratings. It is new, because you go scroll through there, they have the season thing, 98-99 player ratings, playoff statistics, seasons. Now they have player ratings. That's cool. So they have that. Shooting. He's excellent at free throws and passing, but he's a point guard. Dribbling. I'm gonna look through this. It's been a minute since I've done this at the end. Sometimes I. Oh, there's help. Larry's. Oh, Reggie Miller. He's on Hawks. Man, he is great at 3-point. I'm surprised he didn't do more. He's fast. Good shooting, good free throws, passing, jumping. He's pretty good. Glenn Robinson. Some nines. Yeah, good shooting. Yeah, good with those. Range. Great rebounding. Shooting's decent. Jumping strength. Like, I played against Mutombo, not the Hawk. Yeah, those were good. I don't know, I don't think I have the right team, to be honest. Let's see. Let's just go to Detroit. Oh yeah, Allen Iverson, yeah. Oh man, super good. Wait, why is Allen Iverson on the Pistons? Alright, this was messed with. Yes, reset. There we go. Man, player ratings, great threes and everything. Oh, pretty solid. Stackhouse, good speed, shooting's good, everything, a lot of that's pretty solid for him. Grant Hill, viewpoints is low actually. He's great at shooting, so he has good mid-range shooting. Leitner, solid overall. Dell. Shitty range, not good. Rebounding's decent. His shooting is 90 though, so he's great like in the mid range. That strength is good. So now let's go back to the Hawks. Let's see, because I know with Tombo I was playing against him. Right, okay, so let's do it here. Alright, so Jason Terry, who I played against. Alright, dribbling. Yeah, I could feel like the speed of dribbling. I could see that. Jeez, I wish you could do that like when you're there. 3-pointer was good. Didn't see much of that. Jumping, shooting. Okay. Henderson. Just kind of average. Jumping and shooting is kind of his specialty. Ellis, short range, not good range. Rebounding's average. Strength is he's pretty strong, but that's really it. Matumbo, now this is a guy rebounding's 99. Shooting, you have his shooting at 99. 85. Yeah, I think, but they have a range thing, which means that they can only shoot so far. So even though their shooting is high, that doesn't mean they can shoot anywhere. So I like the range thing. I don't know how often I've seen that, but yeah, that's interesting. That they have it in season play. They completely rearranged the whole game. That's fascinating to me. Let's look at stats here. Standings. Yeah, they have everything from the first one, and they added to it. They added much more to all of these things. It's crazy. This game is probably one of the more impressive games I've seen on the N64. Courtside 2 is, I would give it, geez. It's weird, when I started doing shows on YouTube, I always thought I'm gonna have a star rating, I'm gonna rate stuff, but it's hard. I always forget to rate stuff because I don't think of those things at the moment. Typically, I'll let this play out. I usually think of them like later on when I had some time to think and reflect. But I say this is one of my favorite Discovery games because after playing the first one, and then of course playing the 2002 one. 2002 one's probably technically the best in the series, but I don't remember what features had it. It was a lot of what's in this, but I think why this one did so well was that, I mean, in terms of basketball games on a 64, you didn't have a lot of cool options. In my opinion, from what I know, well, that's arcade mode right there. This is probably one of the best options you can find for just a good basketball experience. I mean, you can do sim, you can do arcade, you can do so much with it. It's a really, really solid game, like well-rounded. And the thing is that the crazy thing is, it has everything in the original, but updates everything and adds everything you can think of, at least at the time, or what they were capable of. It's such an impressive sequel to me that it blows my mind that this game isn't talked about more. Hell, this series. I mean, I would pay money for the series to come back. You know? I mean, granted, I don't know what they could do different now compared to like NBA 2K, which does everything. But I don't know. I mean, people say the show's Ultimate Baseball, then you see Super Mega Baseball come out, and they do some cool, awesome stuff that sticks out on their own. So I don't know. I would like to see NBA Courtside come back. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they kept the Kobe thing, Kobe Bryant namesake and everything, but I don't know if they'll do that or not. But I love this game. I actually legit love this game. I might do more of it just because I'm getting the hang of it. The only thing they didn't update, I wish they did, was giving you the ability to see what your buttons are in this. That's the only thing I think they could have done to add, but that's a nitpick because these games came with manuals, so. And plus, not every game had them. A lot of them did, but not all of them. So, and since they added so much, I'm a lot more forgivable in this one. Even the first one, I was a little forgivable. But yeah, I like this game a lot. I highly recommend it. It is a little bit more expensive than the first one, but not by a ton. Compared to Courtside 02, that game might be around the same price, maybe a tiny bit more. I'm not quite sure because I got that one first in a long time ago. But yeah, this and 02 are very good. The first one's good. It's the least polished, but it's a good start. It's a good base introduction to the series. But yeah, this is probably this is one of my favorite hidden gem series, to be honest, because the problem with the series, it never got a chance to fully blossom because there was so much competition, and they didn't. In order for them to thrive, they had to hit it out of the park 1,000% on the first game, and of course they didn't. It was the first one on that gen. They weren't doing these games yearly. They were only doing them these two were like 98.99, but they skipped a year or two before they did 02. And I think that harmed them in the long run because when you had those at the time, when you had all these yearly sports games coming out like that, it's easy to get lost in the shuffle. So because when 02 came out, you had NBA Live, NBA 2K, NBA Inside Drive, and NBA Shootout. The Shootout series, I don't know if there was an 02 on the PS2, but it was on PlayStation. And you had the ESPN NBA Tonight game. You had so many basketball games on the PS2, PS1 that. But yeah, I can probably say that it didn't get a fair shake, and I would love to see it get a second chance nowadays. If someone it was playing these games, was an expert in video games, and decided, hey, I'm gonna bring this series back, I would love for them to bring it back. Now, it'd be cool if they kept Kobe as kind of the main guy on the cover and everything, but I don't know. If they pick someone else, that wouldn't hurt my feelings at all, because I don't know. I mean, maybe they aren't allowed to use his likeness, stuff like that. As long as it's not LeBron. I can live with it, but if it's not LeBron, I'd be happy about that. But yeah, I do I do love this game a lot. I know I'm kind of at this point kind of just repeating what I've already said, but I can't get over how impressed I am with how great of a sequel game this is. This is how you do a sequel. And yeah, granted, if they kept this up, at some point they might have stalemated, because that happens when you do so much, but man, I'm just thinking back then on basketball games on the N64, you don't get really more diverse than this. NBA Jam tried to be like that, but I haven't played those on the N64, so I can't really say for sure if they're worth it or not. At some point I will, but at the moment, but yeah, this is a really solid game. I highly recommend it. It's probably, in my opinion, the best basketball game on the 64. I mean, Live had an installment or two on this. NBA Jam games were on this. But if you're looking for a sim-style basketball game with arcade balance, this is your best option. Especially for Sims, this is your best option on N64, and it's a great option. I love this game. And the gameplay, I mean, it's strategic. Is it perfect? I think it's better than the first one. I feel like the offense, it's easier to play offense. On the first one, it felt like a little tough to get. The defense was pretty sticky. This one, it didn't feel nearly as sticky. And easy felt easy. A bit more easier than the last one. Last one, the default difficulty of the lowest one felt a little tricky, but I was learning. And by the time I got to the fourth quarter in the first game, I was doing well. And it kind of went through in this one too. But yeah, the organization for these games back in the day is very different. Like I said in the last video, because they don't have separate things for separate modes. They just have them. Like, for example, no one would think to look at rosters in season mode. Rosters are usually just there, so it's kind of interesting that they moved everything in season play, like what was in season play was in the main menu of the first one. That's the crazy part. For the most part, yeah. I highly recommend it. I don't know what else to say about it. It's really cool. Next time we will be covering GameCube wrestling games. So all 4 of them, from the 2 WrestleManias, like I forgot what numbers they were. The 2 WrestleMania ones, and then the Day of Reckoning ones. I'm really looking forward to that. Seeing the progression in that series. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. In case you want to chat with me, Mike, or anyone else at the Campy Company, you don't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. The first one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the About page/About section of our channel. We also have a discussion tab on our channel as well, and can access that through a PC or a laptop computer. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.